Hi, I'm Kelly Yang. I'm the author of Parachutes. Parachutes is a story of two girls who find themselves living in the same house, and they never thought that they would. One is from Shanghai, Claire, and she's from a really privileged background family in Shanghai. Her parents decide to move her to the US to go to high school here, and she's like, oh my god, I never thought I'd have to do this. I can't believe I'm here. And she's living with Danny, who is a scholarship student at this private school in California, and she never thought she would have to live with Claire. So when you have Claire coming here with basically just like a American Express card that she can use whenever she wants, it is sort of like every teenager's dream come true, but at the same time it can quickly become a nightmare. And so the two girls have to get along, and they have to deal with each other, and their lives weave together in really unexpected ways. My inspiration for the novel Parachutes is based on my own experience teaching a lot of kids who were living in Asia and were preparing to become parachutes and come to the US to study. I think the term comes from kids literally parachuting in by themselves, and having really no parents involved once they're here, and so they're kind of on their own, and that can be really exciting, but it can also be really terrifying. So when I was researching for this book, I talked to a lot of students who were parachutes or who are going to become parachutes or who had been parachutes. Some of them were living in the US, some of them were living in Asia, some of them I'd known for years as a teacher, and I just wanted to sort of dig deeper into that experience and what is it like and what kind of experiences they had once they got here. And what I found was that they were really grappling with a lot of loneliness, a lot of trying to figure out who they were and their place in this foreign country all on their own, with no parents, no real support network, nowhere to turn when things went wrong. And that was a very kind of chilling discovery for me, that I had no idea they were going through all of this on their own. At the same time, they were just so heroic and brave in the way that they confronted life on their own. I definitely saw them as sort of an inspiration, and it connected with my own experience as an immigrant. I was born in China. My parents came here with me, and I studied here, and I often had to deal with all these situations at school on my own because my parents didn't really know the language, couldn't really help me, and I had to go to college at a really young age and went to law school at a really young age. And when I was at law school, it was really all on my own and just trying to navigate things that happen to you as a teenager. And grapple with all the different repercussions, completely by yourself, isolated. And it can be a really scary feeling, but it can also make you really grow up quickly and take that on yourself and grow and learn from that. So in this story, this is a Me Too story, so we're going to deal with lots of things of sexual harassment and sexual assault. This is in the book, and it was very much mirrored on my own experience growing up, going to school and having all sorts of crazy things happen to me, and then grappling with the aftermath and how do you survive and how do you build your life back after something like that happens to you. I had an experience happen to me when I was a student, and it was really unexpected. I had no idea that this was in the cards for me, as any survivor would have absolutely no idea. And the really amazing thing about it was how to find yourself afterwards, because you're sort of broken into a million pieces when something like this happens to you, but you have to still have the resilience to carry on. And that was really hard for me. It was probably the hardest thing I've ever had to do, and I've had to do a lot of hard things in my life, but it was the hardest thing. And carry on, but also come together in a very powerful way and just have that knowledge that you can get through it, that you're gonna come out even stronger. It's gonna be okay. Life is gonna be okay. So I kind of took that experience and really put it into this book, and hopefully it'll inspire more kids going through this experience, and hopefully more kids won't have to go through this experience, but if they do, to know that things are gonna be okay. Honestly, I think that the one thing I want people to take away is understanding what is rape culture, how it happens, how it can happen to any of us, how it can not even feel like it's happening when it's happening until you realize, oh my God, this thing is happening to me. And then only by staring it in the face and realizing how it happens can we really do anything about it. And I really want kids to do something about it because they're our next generation, and they can really change the landscape of what it means to be a girl in today's world.